When people enjoy drinking water, they are more likely to drink enough throughout the day. However, the quantity can vary depending on the day. That naturally cooled mud pot water is these traditional methods serve generations. But at the same time, it is important to understand significantly changes the body's acidity or alkalinity levels. My dear dynamic young affectionate friends, as I mentioned in my earlier episodes, the saints, the Sanyasis at Rishikesh and Gopinath advised me about the importance of balance in food, water, and also daily habits. Today, let me share another simple lesson that has remained with me for many decades. All of you know that mud is a natural material. Water stored in an unglazed mud pot often undergoes slight changes in taste and freshness, which many people find pleasant, including me. Since my visits to Rishikesh several decades ago, I have personally found mud pot water is very soothing, refreshing, especially during the present hot and uncomfortable summer season. Therefore, my dear friends, many of our ancestors, saints, and great leaders believed that drinking water stored in a mud pot helps to maintain balance within the body. But at the same time, it is important to understand that modern scientific research has not fully established that mud pot water significantly changes the body's acidity or alkalinity levels. That's a fact. What we can say with confidence is that drinking adequate clean water and maintaining healthy eating habits contribute greatly to good digestion. Not only good digestion, proper hydration and overall well-beings. Our great ancestors sincerely believed that naturally cooled mud pot water is gentler on the stomach than extremely cold water available. Proper hydration supports digestion, circulation, temperature regulations, and also normal body functions. Therefore, my dear friends, I personally follow this principle even today. For many of our rainwater harvesting projects in Odisha, Jharkhand, Bihar, Rajasthan, and other states like Madhya Pradesh, I have purchased large mud pots from nearby villages and arranged them for storing drinking water for our dear workforce. I understand some clay pots may contribute very small amounts of naturally occurring minerals to the water. However, the quantity can vary depending on the day and the manufacturing process. The greatest benefit emerges not from the minerals themselves, but from the simple habit of drinking sufficient clean water regularly. My humble suggestion to all of you, particularly during this unpleasant summer season, stay well hydrated during this summer. Adequate intake becomes especially important for people, workers, travelers, farmers, elderly people. They are working in open places. Therefore, mud pot water I can, with my based on my experience, let me tell you, mud pot water provides naturally cooled drinking water that many people find refreshing and very comfortable. When people enjoy drinking water, they are more likely to drink enough throughout the day with an intention to maintain proper hydration. Long before modern cooling systems existed, families across India relied on mud pots as a simple, economical and practical way of storing drinking water. These traditional methods served generations and continue to remain relevant even today. Let me talk something about plastic containers. It is being widely used today because of convenience. But many our elders prefer natural alternatives such as stainless steel, copper vessels and mud pots. At the same time, remember, good quality mud pot is environmentally friendly, at the same time biodegradable and absolutely free from dependence on electricity. You can save power also. Otherwise, we have to keep everything in the fridge. It requires power. For this reason, my guru at Rishikesh, great saint, encouraged me the use of natural materials whenever practical. Not always possible, whenever practical. Therefore, I again repeat, my dear friends, it is very important to remember that mud pot water is not a medicine, and it should never be considered a treatment for any disease. It is simply a traditional and natural method of storing drinking water that generations of people have appreciated. If this message inspired you, do share it with your friends and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel KRG Vision.